What if the beings we call extraterrestrials today are the same entities ancient civilizations knew as gods, watchers, or fallen angels? What if behind the stories of alien encounters lies a much older mystery, one that reaches back to the very beginning of human history? Across the world, ancient cultures tell remarkably similar stories. They speak of powerful beings descending from the heavens, bringing knowledge, technology, and wisdom far beyond what ordinary humans possessed. But according to some ancient texts, these gifts were never meant for humanity. They were forbidden, and the beings who revealed them were not saviors, they were rebels. Tonight, we explore one of the most controversial theories in history, the idea that extraterrestrials, ancient gods, and fallen angels may all be different names for the same entities. The world before the descent. According to the book of Genesis, humanity began in direct relationship with God. The first humans lived under divine guidance, protected and provided for. Yet one theme appears repeatedly throughout the Bible: the desire for forbidden knowledge, knowledge that promised power, knowledge that promised enlightenment, knowledge that promised humans could become more than they were intended to be. But the story does not end in Eden. There is another ancient text that expands on these events in extraordinary detail. A text known as the Book of Enoch. Though excluded from most modern Bibles, it was widely known in ancient times and even referenced by early Jewish and Christian writers. And within its pages lies a startling account: the watchers who came from heaven. The Book of Enoch tells of a group of celestial beings known as the Watchers. These were angels entrusted with observing humanity. But according to the story, they abandoned their heavenly duties and descended to earth. Led by a figure named Semyazer, they entered the human world and began interacting directly with mankind. What happened next would forever change the course of human history. These beings did not simply visit humanity. They taught humanity. And what they taught was considered forbidden. The forbidden teachings. One of the most prominent watchers was Azazel. According to Enoch, Azazel taught humans how to forge weapons. He revealed advanced metalworking techniques. He taught the crafting of swords, shields, and instruments of war. Other watchers taught astrology. Others taught magic, divination, enchantments, the interpretation of celestial signs, secret knowledge of the stars, mysteries of nature, and hidden sciences that, according to the text, belonged only to the heavenly realms. The problem was not knowledge itself. The problem was that humanity received power without wisdom, secrets without spiritual maturity, knowledge without divine permission. Were the Watchers ancient aliens? Now consider the descriptions: beings descending from the sky, possessing superior knowledge, teaching advanced sciences, influencing human civilization. To many modern researchers, these descriptions sound surprisingly familiar. Some propose that the gods of antiquity were actually extraterrestrial visitors. Others believe they were spiritual entities interpreted through the language of ancient cultures. But a third theory suggests something even more intriguing. What if ancient people called them angels and modern people call them aliens? Could both groups be describing the same phenomenon through different worldviews? The mystery of the pyramids. Few subjects fuel this debate more than the pyramids. From Egypt to Mesoamerica, massive structures appear across the globe. Many display remarkable astronomical alignments. Many are associated with stories of divine beings descending from the heavens. For some historians, these monuments demonstrate the incredible abilities of ancient civilizations. For others, they raise difficult questions. How did ancient societies acquire such sophisticated astronomical knowledge? Why do so many cultures describe heavenly teachers? Why are the stars so deeply woven into their sacred architecture? And why do so many legends speak of knowledge arriving from above? Astrology and the knowledge of the stars. Among the teachings attributed to the Watchers, astrology occupies a special place. The Book of Enoch suggests that certain celestial beings revealed hidden knowledge concerning the movements of heavenly bodies. To believers in this theory, astrology was not merely human observation. It was part of a larger body of forbidden wisdom transmitted by supernatural teachers. Over time, astronomy and astrology became deeply intertwined in many civilizations. The heavens became a map of destiny, a source of secret understanding, a gateway to powers beyond ordinary perception. Ancient encounters and modern alien reports. Supporters of the fallen angel theory point to striking similarities between ancient accounts and modern alien encounters. Brilliant beings appearing suddenly. Messages about humanity's future. Revelations of hidden knowledge. Experiences that transform a person's worldview. Warnings about coming events. Descriptions vary across cultures and centuries. Yet the pattern often remains surprisingly consistent. Powerful entities arrive. They offer knowledge. They promise enlightenment. And they alter the course of human lives. The warning hidden in ancient texts. What makes the Book of Enoch especially fascinating is that it does not celebrate these teachings. It warns against them. The Watchers are portrayed not as benefactors, but as transgressors. They crossed boundaries that were never meant to be crossed. And according to the text, the result was corruption, violence, and spiritual decline. Humanity gained power, but it also gained conflict, pride, greed, and separation from the divine order. This warning echoes throughout many religious traditions. Not every being that comes from the heavens should be trusted. Not every gift is truly a blessing. And not every source of knowledge has humanity's best interests at heart. Conclusion. So who were the Watchers? Fallen angels? Extraterrestrial visitors? Interdimensional entities? Or are these simply different names for the same mysterious phenomenon? No one knows for certain. But it is remarkable that stories separated by thousands of years continue to ask the same questions. Who were the beings that descended from the sky? Where did their knowledge come from? And why did so many ancient traditions warn humanity about knowledge that was never meant to be revealed? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you believe aliens and fallen angels could be connected? Or are these entirely different mysteries? If you enjoy exploring ancient secrets, spiritual mysteries, and the hidden history of humanity, be sure to subscribe and join us for our next journey into the unknown. Because sometimes the oldest stories may contain the deepest secrets.